Good morning. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I am Jana with Crochet Crafts by Jana, and in today's video, it is market day. Woo! And we just loaded up the truck, got everything good to go. I just had to grab a couple more things. I am so excited to bring you along with me. I'm gonna do my best to record as much as I can. We'll see how it goes, but I'm gonna go so we can get going and get all set up, and I will see you here in a bit. Hi guys, it is 20 minutes in and so far I have made $42. So that's awesome. I sold one of my mini whales, the little turtle, and a snuggler dragon. Not what I expected to sell right off the bat, but I'm pretty happy. So we'll see how the rest of the day goes. Checking in. We have an hour and 15 minutes left of the show. It's been alright. It hasn't been crazy like I thought it would be, but it's still been decently well. And of course, I took some time and I had to buy myself this cute little, it's a little kitty, really. It's just something to put on my desk. I had to get it. It was adorable. Don't mind my voice. It's like allergies or something going on, some sort of sinus stuff, so I apologize for that. But I just thought I'd check it. So far, so good. And I'll talk to you later. Hi again. It is the next day. I was gonna kind of go over the market that night, but we got home a little later than usual. After the market, we stopped to get groceries and do our adulting while we were out and all that good stuff. So I decided I would just go over how the market went the next day. So I'm very much, casual, loose t-shirt, messy hair. So, and I'm still dealing with whatever is going on with my throat and all that. So please bear with me. I know it's not fun to hear someone who is sick talk, but I want to go over how the market went with you. I have my list here of everything that was sold. Unsurprisingly, I sold a good amount of the minis. So the mini whales I sold 2 of, and those are $5. The mini turtle was $12 and it sold. The snuggler dragon was $25 and it sold. I did sell 1 mini octo. The octos just they aren't as popular as you would think, because I see so many other crocheters sell lots of their mini octos. Not me. I just sold 1. I did sell 2 chickens and they're priced at $15. I can't remember the colors. I think it was the black and white speckle and then the whites and grays and browns, those colors. I did sell 2 cat buns and those were priced at $15. The minis bin, the mini chick, there was just 1 mini chick that was sold. Surprisingly, I thought there would have been more. I sold 3 axolotls And I think I mentioned I was going to sell them at 15, but I decided to do $12. So 3 axolotls at $12. The big booty turtles, of course, I expected at least one of those to go, but I sold 3 of the big booty turtles and they were priced at $18. I sold one of my potted flowers. I don't know why I expected more of those to go. It must not be like springy enough yet. Yeah, someone walked up to the booth and they took a picture of all the flowers. They were like, I need my mom to choose. I'll be right back. So they took a picture, left, came back, and they chose one of my favorites. It was the white pot with the green and blue speckles and a deep blue flower. I really like that one, and that's the one they chose. So that sold at $28. And surprisingly, I don't know what I was thinking. I know in my market prep video, I was going over everything I had and the prices. I don't know what made me price my lamb at $30. If you don't know, this lamb is a pattern I created, and I don't know what made me do 30 because it doesn't take super long. I really don't know. But someone bought it. That's so crazy to me. My little lamb was $30 and someone really liked it and they bought it. And I only had that one. I have another. I didn't want to take it though. I kind of want it for my display just because I'm kind of proud of that pattern. You know, it's like a pattern by me and it's like actually pretty decent, I think. So I only took the one lamb and it sold at 30. I sold one bee and those were $10 each. I sold 3 of the marshmallow peep bunnies. I don't know what I was thinking when I was pricing those in my market prep, but every time someone came around and I told them the price of those peep bunnies, they wouldn't touch it. So then when someone was like, how much are the bunnies? I was like, 8. I was like, just get them off my table. And that worked because they took 3 of them, one in every color. There was yellow, pink, and blue. And I didn't have any purple because I don't have the right purple. So it was just those colors. The mini dinos I sold 2 of, and those were $5. The mini corn cobs, I sold 2 of those, and those were $8 each. We sold 1 pickle, and I can't remember in my market prep what I was going to price those at. I think 12, but I decided to just do $10, and 1 pickle was bought. The baby bunny, the one I made with the skinny chenille, I priced that at $25 and it did sell, which was super fun. That's a very popular one to go for newborns and babies and all that, just because it's embroidered on the eyes and it's just nice and small and petite and just perfect newborn size. So that one got sold. I sold my mini cow, which is a pattern by me. That one, I only had one of those and that sold for $15. No one was touching the eggs. I had them priced at $5 each. And then like the more I thought about it, I was like, I kind of want people to buy like a lot of the eggs, you know, to fill up baskets and stuff. So I made like a deal where it was like 2 for $8, which I mean, is still kind of a lot, but that helps because someone bought 6 eggs when I said, you know, I had that deal. So 2 for $8, sold 6, made 24 off of that sale. And then the last sale of the day was one of my ducks, and that was priced at $10. And that is all. If I'm being honest, I thought it was going to get more traction than it had, just because it was so big. There was lots of vendors. It just didn't get that much traction. And a news channel was there giving interviews, and you know, and we were like, the whole thing was on the news. But I do think another popular market was going on at a more popular area, which might have had something to do with it. And this market, you had to pay admission. It was like $5 to enter, which I mean, it's no big deal. It still worked out, still had a good time. But I guess I should go over the total with you. The total I made was $434. That's not bad. I was hoping to make at least $400. Going into this, I was really hoping to make at least $400. So I am super happy that I hit $400 and a little above. The other thing that I feel might have had an effect on my sales was I wasn't in the main area. You walk in and there's this huge open space where all these vendors are. And as soon as you walk in and you keep walking straight, you hit a back wall, but there's a door there. where you enter like a back room, and I was in the back room. I don't think that really worked out in my favor, to be honest, because some people coming back there or near that area would be like, oh, I didn't even know this was back here. And it was like, please, I'm here. It didn't seem as busy as I hoped it would be, and being put in the far back where it's not as noticeable definitely didn't work out, but I can't complain. I made 434, which is super good. I did have a couple people ask about specific things. Like one person asked if I had any penguins, which I didn't. One person asked if I had any lizards. I did not. Closest thing I had was a snake. And then one person asked if I had any flamingos. Oh my goodness, I really need to expand. I am definitely going to look more into making some flamingos and lizards and penguins. Penguins I do have when it's closer to Christmas, but lizards and flamingos, I know flamingos are pretty popular. So I really should work on some flamingos. So that'll be something I need to do. But lizards, that's a new one. I need to look into some patterns for that. But yeah, this market, it was from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. I don't know if I'll be going there again, or if I do go again, I am going to request not to be put in that back room. They like put these little footprint things that go in the main area into the back room to like kind of show like you can come back here. I don't think a lot of people really noticed it, to be honest. Looking at my list, I can't figure out which sold the most of. I sold 6 of my minis, so a lot of the minis are popular, I suppose. No one bought any of my keychains. That made me a little sad. One of the first, it was a first for me where I had someone like audibly tell me my prices were so expensive. So that was kind of new, which is so weird because I also had someone that same day tell me I was underpricing my stuff. I think it's a matter of someone understanding the craft, because the one that said I was undercutting, she had crocheted. And she was like, I could never do this. Your work is so good. The amount of compliments I got on my work made me feel so good. Just compliments on my stitching. I actually had some people tell me that I was the best crocheter there, which I was not the only crocheter. I think there was 3 other crocheters there, but mine was the only one that focused mainly on plushies. Mine's super colorful and all over the place with everything I make, just because that's just the way I roll. I make all kinds of different things. I can't make the same thing over and over and over. And the other crocheters I saw, the colors they used weren't very bright, you know, and they had a bunch of big like blanket yarn makes and acrylic makes, and others had strictly blankets. Others were strictly like huge plushies made out of the like super thick yarn. So it was definitely diverse. It made me feel good. It was a huge compliment that lots of people were like, you're the best crocheter here. I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you. So there was that lady that said my prices were a bit low, and like she was like, you're fairly priced with your things. And I was like, oh, I do get that a lot. And then I had one lady come up and she looked at my dragon and she was like, oh my gosh, it's wonderful. It's so expensive. It's like, yeah, a lot of work went into it. And then she was like, I'll take a picture, show my husband, see what he says for our daughter. Okay. Then she leaves. And then she was actually one of the other vendors there. When it was like 15 minutes before, you know, we were going to shut it all down, she came back and she was looking at the Pokemon, and she picked up the Charmander and was like, how much is this? I was like, oh, 45. And she was like, so expensive. And it's like, yeah. And she was like, I just can't justify spending that much. And I'm just over there like, I don't know what to tell you. And then she walked over to the axolotls, which were priced $12 each. And she was like, can we do 2 for 20? And it's like, yeah, sure. Just, yeah, whatever. I can't remember what color she chose. I think it was a blue and a purple, I want to say. So that was a first for me, having someone be so audible about my prices being too high. You can definitely tell when people think it, when they pick something up and you see them look at the price tag and they're like, "Ooh," and they put it down and they walk away. Like, that's no big deal. It really doesn't bug me. And it didn't bug me very much with her saying that. You know, it's like everyone's entitled to their own opinion. And I mean, she still bought something. No big deal. I had the axolotls priced at 10 last year, and because they sold so fast, I raised them this year. Yeah, that was a first for me. Overall, it wasn't bad, and it wasn't a waste. It didn't feel like a waste, which that is kind of my biggest worry going into the markets is, will I waste my time? Because if you've seen all of my market recap videos, there was one where I made $70, and I think that one was like 9 to 3 or something. Yeah, that definitely was a waste. So I'm super grateful for this one, and I already signed up for a whole lot more ones that I have known I've gone to before, and the ones I signed up for, they're only from like 10 to 12, 10 a.m. to noon, but those I never walked away with less than a couple hundred. So that one I know will be fine, hopefully, unless like this year it's totally like completely different. That is how the market went, but that is not all I have for you. I do have some wonderful news. My lamb pattern is going to be completely released on my Etsy. I am so excited. By the time you see this video, it should be up and on my Etsy account. And just in celebration of me releasing it, it'll be on sale. So if you want to make a lamb, please go to my Etsy, purchase the pattern, give it a shot. Here, I'll show you a bunch of pictures of my testers, how their lambs came out. You guys, they came out so good. Every time I was in contact with them and they would send me pictures, I would get so excited. They look so good. I'm so happy with everyone's lambs. Sarah, Karen, Susie, Linda, and Alexandra. You guys, thank you so much for testing my pattern for me. I truly appreciate it, and I love the way your lambs came out. Thank you for all the feedback. I couldn't have done it without you guys, and I am just so grateful that y'all were willing to take the time and test my lamb for me. Once again, they all look so beautiful, and I love the diversity in the colors that were chosen. It just, it's so great. I love them. So once again, if you'd like one of my little lambs, go to my Etsy and give it a shot, and hopefully you enjoy it. Other than that, that is all I have for you guys. I'm going to go look up patterns for flamingos and lizards just because that'll help me to stray away from the repetitiveness of when I was prepping for my market. If you haven't yet, please subscribe so you can get notified when I upload next and see when I'm working on new patterns and all that good stuff. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!